Hello again guys, today we're going to take a look at another Android-powered TV box. This is the Zidoo X6 Pro. It's got Pro in the name, it's got to be good, right? The Zidoo X6 Pro can be found over on Amazon for about $110 at the time of filming this. As you can see from the box, it does 4K, it does 3D, H.265 video, Android 5.1 comes on it, has Kodi built into it, ZUI is apparently the interface, it has an 8-core 64-bit processor, which is the Cortex-A53 Rockchip 3368 octa-core processor, 2 gigs of DDR3 RAM, 16 gigs of built-in storage, Wi-Fi, gigabit Ethernet, all those things you've come to know and love with these TV boxes. Let's open it up and see what's in the box. Inside of the box, there's another box. Inside of that box is the Zidoo TV box. Put that off to the side for now. There appears to be an interesting little piece of parchment paper here, which is a thank you letter from Zidoo. Very nice. I don't think I've ever seen a piece of paper like this. Moving on. And in the bottom of the box, there's yet another box that I can't seem to get out. And if you couldn't guess, this is all the accessories. So you have a remote, lots and lots of buttons on there, which takes 2 AAA batteries that do not appear to be included. Power brick, which is 5 volts at 2 amps. HDMI cable, quality certificate, guarantee, warranty card, and a simple manual. It says so on the front, it has to be, right? Here's just your quick walkthrough of setting it up. You've got the different ports that are on the outside, what you need to do to go about setting it up, and then setting up the remote control, and what to do when things go wrong. And finally, the TV box itself. You've got your Zidoo branding and octa-core 64-bit on the top, IR receiver on the front. On the side, you have a USB and a USB on the go with a micro SD card slot. The other side, there's nothing. And on the back, 5 volt DC input, CVBS, which the guide says is to hook it up to a TV using an AV cable, gigabit LAN, HDMI, and optical out, and then just a couple of fan grills and some rubber feet along the bottom. Relatively simple. So let's get this thing hooked up and see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this. I've already walked through and set some of this up, but in terms of just what I did to the hardware, I plugged in HDMI, plugged in a USB dongle so that I could use a keyboard and mouse, added a micro SD card, and then plugged in the power. So now I can either use the remote, where you can see I'm moving around, no problems, or I can use the mouse, or I can even type with a keyboard. Now, just starting top to bottom, left to right, we've got time and date up here in the corner. It's actually set to China Standard Time. We don't want that. That's better. I did go ahead and set the weather. It says that we're in New York. That's fine. This is the weather app. It had to update itself very quickly earlier, but that's pretty much what it does. Not a whole lot to be done here. You can, of course, have different locations if you want to, but that's about it. You've got your media center where it shows you what you've got on your devices. Currently I've got it selected the SD card, so I can come in here and pick out different files if I wanted to play a video, for example, from my GoPro. There you can see, inside of my car, I'm getting ready to fly a quadcopter. And you can also come over here to the side and choose either the internal storage or network storage locations. Here we have ZDMC, which is actually based on Kodi version 16. Of course, you've got all the standard Kodi features here, so I can go into videos and do the exact same thing, play the same video from SD. I tested that earlier, works just fine. We've got a browser that is pretty much standard, traditional Android large screen browser. We have our settings menu, which is, again, pretty standard, traditional Android stuff. But you can see here Android version 5.1.1. And actually, there's your lollipop, in case you're curious. Oh, and you can even play the game. And of course, you've got all your traditional settings in here, with also a section for Ethernet, which is very nice. You can go into your full apps list. You see there's all kinds of apps. YouTube is the first one because I had to reinstall it. The YouTube that comes installed on it, the OG YouTube, doesn't actually work properly, but now it does. So if I hit done, it's going to go ahead and log me into YouTube, and I can do YouTube things from there. Interestingly enough, when I tell it to sign in, it says make sure you download all the 3 apps from the login fixes page. It takes me to ogmods.net, it's the OG YouTube. I'm not familiar with this. And oh look, there's even pop-ups. So it wants me to download things to the device from this site in order to be able to log in. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Sorry, I'm just not. So back in the apps list though, you do have access to the Google Play Store. So you've got your home where you can pick all kinds of app categories to install stuff from. Media apps, for example. There's some media apps. Just all kinds of different things to install. Music, news, tools. You can also go into My Apps to see what you have currently installed, so there's that. Funny thing is, I just used the proper YouTube app and it signed me in just fine, so don't use the OG YouTube app. But anyway, going back to our apps list, you can see here we have the option to install things from USB. We have the camera installed for some reason. It does come with Gmail. There's HappyCast, which I took a look at earlier, has full support for iOS 9 and OS X El Capitan. So basically you have the ability to share your screen from an iOS or a Mac device using this. You have File Explorer, Clear Manager, Zidoo Theater, basically just a small smattering of media related apps. But because you have the Google Play Store, you have the ability to add more apps to it at any time. Very nice. And I think that's actually where I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. I don't want to dive too deep into this one. If there's more that you'd like to know about it, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. There's actually an update that's supposed to be coming to this soon. By default, it's version 1.0.34. 1.0.38 is coming soon. That's supposed to address some of the login issues people have been having with it and just some other optimizations and fixes. The last time I've checked this, it did not do anything. Yeah, it says now is the latest version, so that's not going to do anything. But yeah, if you'd like to see more about this, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. A link to where you can find this over on Amazon for about $110 right now can be found down in the description if this sounds like something that you're interested in. Remember, leave a thumbs up on this video if you liked it, subscribe to receive more when they become available, and we'll see you again next time.